How does Philadelphia repeat as Super Bowl champs? Well, I think they just show up and dominate like they did this past year. Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, and then the Georgia defense. I mean, call it what it is, right? But we're going to do a 7 round mock draft and hoping that, let's say, these picks, a couple of them, let's say if they were to start day one, they could be the pieces that can not only help the team out long term, but could it be enough to where they repeat like Kansas City did? And even though this time they had stopped the three-peat for Kansas City, um, I don't care who it's against. I think the Eagles might be the NFC team in the Super Bowl. It is very, very likely that we see that. So we got this mock draft simulation here pulled up. Full screen it here for you. 7 rounds. You see that we got the Eagles selected. We'll do fast speed so we can get out of here. But let's see what we could do here. No trades. That's the challenge. Let's go. A lot of good picks. I think, did I just see Shador go to the Jets? What? Hold on. Reject trades. Jalen Walker to my Bucks. I've seen that quite a few times. I like that. Matthew Golden to the Broncos. That's a trade. Shador did go to the Jets. Where did Travis Hunter end up? Number 5 to the Jaguars. Cam Ward, number 1 overall. Okay. So, biggest need, they say, is edge. They also do need an offensive tackle. I consider Josh Simmons to be a pretty solid offensive tackle that you could help build the O line depth up at. Um, Obviously, we know that Jason Kelsey recently retired a couple years ago. Um, and I don't know if they've necessarily found his long-term replacement other than they do have guys on that line like Landon Dickerson from Alabama or whoever, but I do believe when a guy steps up to replace a guy, you have to replace the guy that's replacing the long time, I should say, starter. You also could go defensive tackle. Um, Again, it's all about building in the trenches if you're Philly. I think we should do that. I'm gonna take number 25 overall or number 32 overall, the 25th overall player, Josh Simmons from Ohio State. Let's go. No trades, reject them all. Although this would be an interesting trade here. So, what have we taken? We took a offensive tackle. We got a couple different picks, so we might end up getting more than we need. We could always come back to it, but um, I want to give them some weapons for Jalen Hurts alongside Devontae Smith. I think we should do that here. I like a guy, and I think this is a steal, and Kyron Lacey of LSU. Physical, athletic wide receiver with the ability to create mismatches against defenders. I like what I'm hearing. He's 6'2". The only question I think would be his height a little bit. Maybe if he got a couple inches and got in the weight room a little bit, built up a little bit, that'd be great. He could recognize pockets in zone coverage, which is really, really great. I like Kyron Lacey. I think he's been a stud wide receiver at LSU. He's very, very fast. He can catch any ball you throw his way. Played with Jalen Daniels, or Jaden Daniels, I should say, at LSU, and we know how good of a quarterback he was and how he had his go-to targets like a Kyron Lacey. Let's take him. Reject trades. So we've taken offensive tackle and wide receiver. Let's go defense here. They say we need edge. We could take a pretty good edge here at 96. Josiah Stewart's still on the board. I've heard the name. He's an explosive, relentless edge rusher who thrives on creating disruption in the backfield. Possesses a quick first step and uses his speed and agility to challenge offensive tackles off the edge. Uh, High energy player who excels in pursuit, demonstrating excellent closing speed and the ability to chase down plays from the backside. I like that. Needs to add strength in order to enhance his run stopping ability and his size to leave him stuck between roles in the NFL. So they're concerned about size. Like I say, get him in the weight room, but I like what I'm hearing there. What about Jordan Birch? 6'4", 279, 8.5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss last year? Ah, he is fast. I've watched Birch play, uh, at Oregon, and obviously they had one of the more dynamic defenses, it seemed, last year, in the Big Ten and years past in the Pac-12. I could take Jordan Birch here. I like it. All right, reject trades. So what else do we need? A corner, a defensive tackle, and a guard? This guy I've had my eye on here, Noel Williams from California. He's 193 overall. Is this a steal? He's really, really good. He look at this. I didn't realize he played this much. I knew he's played a lot. He's never really been hurt. He's 6 foot 199, by the way. 3,300 career snaps. Played as a freshman. Had to have been like a 4 star. Pretty close to it. 9 pass breakups, 7 interceptions last year. Good press technique. What I've watched Noel Williams, I've checked out his film a little bit. He's really versatile. He's very lengthy with how he moves. He's fast, he's physical, he hits. He knows where to go to get the football. He wants to get the football. And I think that's something that maybe Philly's looking for to build on that defensive back end. A couple different guys we could go at corner, but he's the best available, and we might be taking him a little too high. He might still be there when we're at 161, 164, 165. We get back-to-back picks, it looks like, so we'll see. But I wanna take him right now. I really do. Y'all let me know, by the way, what you guys think of this mock draft so far. Did I see Malachi Moore go to the Bears? Yes. That's awesome. Alright. Cool. I really like this mock draft so far too, by the way. I will say that I think that we're doing a really good job, and I think we're picking some of these guys really, really greatly. And when you look at this class so far, Josh Simmons, Ohio State offensive tackle, Kyron Lacy, Jordan Birch, Noah Williams. We need what do we need now? Defensive tackle is the only position left that we need, and we have 3 picks. I say we go ahead and get our last need, and then we build depth, maybe with a backup quarterback, backup running back to Saquon, something like that. That's what I say we go after next here. So, with that being said, let's go defensive tackle or something. JJ Pegues. Um, He's been around a while. He's really, really good. He's strong in the trenches. He can push through defenders. He can block. He can he can do it all. He was recruited greatly, I think. Uh, Transferred from Auburn to Ole Miss. That's right. He was at Auburn, wasn't he? I knew he transferred and from the SEC to Ole Miss. 6'2", 309. Gosh, that's awesome. He's just gotta be it just says he needs to improve his acceleration. Um, I could take a chance on that. I could go. Let's go. Back-to-back picks here. What do we do? I say, like I said, for the Eagles, it's building depth. We got Kyron Lacy. What about a backup to Saquon at running back? I don't even know if they still have Miles Sanders, do they? Either way, I love Rocket Sanders. He is awesome. Raheem Rocket Sanders was at Arkansas. He is very fast and physical. He can burst through the tackles. South Carolina, we saw him step up in big ways. Big time playmaker. Why not? I know I'm going to catch some slack for some of this draft. No trades, reject them all. 165. Can we go a backup quarterback um for Jalen? Who they have at quarterback? I love drafting quarterbacks and giving them a chance in the NFL. I think they still got Kenny Pickett. I could be wrong on that. Tanner McKee or Dorian Thompson Robinson. Hmm. I want to get a new quarterback. Riley Leonard. You led your team to a national championship. You got a strong arm. Not the best of mobility, but I think he could be solid with the Eagles offense. I think he's got the playmakers. Why not? Why not? Riley Leonard to the Eagles. Our final pick here at 168. That's a big gap. We picked within the 160 range, 4 picks, or we've picked 3 so far. Um, let's go. We've picked all our needs. What could we go with here? Kicker, punter. Who's available at kicker? That's a good question. Graham Nicholson of Alabama. I don't trust it. I just don't trust it. Ryan Fitzgerald of Florida State. No. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny. Jack Sawyer. Jack Sawyer. I could see it. I could see it. Build that defense, man. You don't need all Georgia players. You just need all great players, which obviously they're going to come from teams like Georgia, but come on. Uh, Jay Higgins. What's the um, report on him? Plays disrupt the opposition, blah, blah, blah. Lacks ideal size and speed. His football IQ and urgency make him constant presence on the field. Iowa linebacker impacts all phases of the game, excelling in coverage and anticipating plays before they unfold. I like it. Jay Higgins of Iowa linebacker. I mean, this last pick for the Eagles is just going to be pick somebody and give them a chance in the NFL, right? I mean, that's fair. A lot of picks left. Not for us. Not for us. Who's Mr. Irrelevant? Who's Mr. Irrelevant? The Chiefs, Patrick Jenkins, defensive tackle, Tulane. Okay, here is our official draft class for the Eagles 2025. Josh Simmons, offensive tackle, Ohio State. Kyron Lacy, Jordan Birch. Kyron Lacy from LSU, by the way. Jordan Birch, an edge of Oregon. Noel Williams from California, a corner. J.J. Pegues, a defensive tackle of Ole Miss. Raheem Sanders, South Carolina running back. Riley Leonard to build quarterback depth from Notre Dame. And Jay Higgins, a linebacker of Iowa. Please just go ahead and tell me how I failed you guys, how I failed the Eagles, how I did all of that. Just go ahead and tell me where I'm wrong. It's fun to predict. It's fun to do mock drafts. It's fun to simulate and do all this stuff with you guys. Let me know what you would have done for the Eagles down in the comment section. I love you. Jesus loves you. God bless. Keep your head up and have an awesome weekend ahead. I love y'all. Peace.